Vice President Harris sitting down for her first one-on-one network interview this week since becoming the Democratic nominee. Harris faces scrutiny from Republicans for her lack of speaking to the media, while Trump seems to be using the media to get his message across to voters. To talk more about how the media plays an important role in the 2024 election, let's bring in national politics reporter for TheHill.com, Julia Manchester. Hi, Julia. Good to see you today.
Good to see you, Laura.
All right, Julia, you know, the Harris and Walz team have been criticized for their lack of media interviews. We've been talking about this for weeks. In their first 59 days on the campaign trail, they conducted only 7 interviews, while Trump and Vance conducted 70. Is Harris's limited media availability working in her favor or not? That's what many people are looking at on that scorecard.
Yeah, so Laura, I think we have to come at this from 2 perspectives. First of all, from the political campaign side of things, this is a case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right now, we are seeing, although those polls are tightening ahead of Election Day, and that's to be expected, not only in this election, but in most elections, the Harris campaign is saying, look, we have this strategy of maybe not sitting down with, too many journalists or too many, mainstream journalists, keeping it towards more friendly outlets and, doing their own communication strategies, on social media, going on cable, friendlier outlets, et cetera. So I think you are seeing them stick to that strategy because it has helped them maintain their momentum since Harris became the nominee a few months ago. At the same time, though, a lot of us in the media, you and I, would love to see Kamala Harris or, both campaigns sit down and do those hard-hitting interviews. We think it's obviously very important for voters to see these candidates being pressed. So I think there's 2 perspectives to come on that. But it's interesting, we have the Trump and Vance team, but I want to zero in on J.D. Vance in particular. He is someone who has gone not only on more right-leaning outlets and outlets that would be seen as more friendly to conservatives, but he has gone really into, more mainstream, maybe some left-leaning outlets to talk to the media. And I think you've seen J.D. Vance sort of employ this strategy of going, everywhere in a way. And we'll see, how that impacts him going into next week's debate. I think he's someone who has put himself in that position, and maybe that's prepared him a little bit, but certainly an interesting strategy from both sides.
Yeah, I'm glad we did that breakdown, because when we said 70, you think, whoa, that's a lot. But, he has the lion's share of that number on the Trump-Vance ticket. I also want to get your take on this. Former First Lady Melania Trump, she sat down for her first interview in 2 years. Melania reflecting on the 2 assassination attempts on her husband and describes the, quote, toxic atmosphere surrounding him. Let's listen here.
Is it really shocking that all this egregious violence goes against my husband? Especially that we hear the leaders from the opposition party and mainstream media branding him as a threat to democracy, calling him vile names. They only fueling a toxic atmosphere and giving power all of these people that they want to do harm to him.
So Melania is usually shielded from the media, rarely speaks to them. Why do you think that is?
Look, the former First Lady is a very private person. It's not only post her time as First Lady, but during her time as First Lady, I think she kept a lower profile compared to other First Ladies. I think she's someone who, in general, likes to, take a back seat to a lot of these public appearances. She, very much, appreciates that privacy. But now I think you're starting to see her maybe step out a little more because, her husband is obviously the nominee of the Republican Party for president. We were getting closer to Election Day, so she's starting to maybe come out a bit more. But it's no secret that Melania Trump is someone who does not like to directly be in the spotlight. She doesn't, like to play, be involved in the political gamesmanship, if you will, of presidential politics. So I think she's walking a fine line and, talking about how difficult this has been in many ways for her and her family from her perspective.
Right. She also gave that black and white video that was released earlier So it's been interesting to watch, and we'll keep watching it with you. National politics reporter for thehill.com, Julia Manchester. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.